Hey everybody, welcome to your mat. Today's a Vinyasa class. We're aiming for about an hour of practice. You'll get a little hot and sweaty. Of course, as always, if you know any modifications, whether that is amping something up for you or ramping something down, please do those, but I'll try to give as many options as I can. This is just going to be a feel-good, fun practice, some of my go-tos when I practice on my own. So I hope you guys enjoy it. We may need some blocks. I'm always a fan. So if you have some yoga blocks, go ahead and get those. That should be all that you need unless you are a very particular person and you know what you like. You can grab whatever you like. If you don't have blocks and you think you might want something like that, you could grab some soup cans, some big books, something like that, but I will also cue how to use your body in a similar way to the blocks. So we're all good there. All right, we are going to start today's class in child's pose. Spread your knees wide apart, big toes touch. Sit your bottom back down towards your heels, stretch your arms out and rest your forehead. Welcome. Let it sink in that you're really here. Your intention is to use this hour for you. For the betterment of your mind, for the betterment of your spirit. And we access this through the physical body. At a very base level, we all know that when you move, when you work out, you release endorphins, feel-good chemicals in your body. Slow down your breath. Soften the face and the neck. Allow gravity to feel like a blanket laying over the top of your back. It's like someone handed you a jacket when you're cold. Let it be comforting. Rock yourself up to hands and knees. Inhale. Separate your feet hip distance. Walk the knees a little closer together. Hip distance. Exhale. Back. Stretch the arms. So don't move the hands back. Come forward. Engage the belly. Exhale back. Squeeze the belly in. Keep that engagement. Inhale forward. Look forward. Exhale back. Inhale for the whole length of the movement. Exhale. Inhale towards kneeling plank. Exhale back. Keep going. After your next child's pose, come up to hands and knees. Walk the hands underneath your shoulders, knees under the hips. Suction cup the fingertips, grabbing your mat. Push the ground away, round the back, cat pose. Tuck the tailbone under. Inhale. Sniff the air as you open the chest and the collarbones. Exhale, round. Inhale. Keep going. Exhale as you round. Inhale. Notice that the breath warms you up a little bit on the inside. Creates heat in the body. Gives you the oxygen that you need for your digestion and all of your body's processes. One more cat-cow. Find the middle point in between those two positions. Right hand comes forward to fingertips. Take this slow, we're still warming up. Left leg back behind you. It's a diagonal line. Push through the right knee and the left hand. You could stay here or lift. As you lift, be mindful that you're not dumping into the lower back. Come back to that neutral spine. Push the ground away. Turn the whole right arm so that the palm faces in. Stretch through the toes. Squeeze the belly. Warm up your hamstrings. Kick the leg up there. Exhale down. Inhale, slowly shift the weight. Right foot back, left hand forward. Stay there or lift. Reach through the crown of your head, gaze down at the ground, but reach through the crown of the head forward. Stretch the whole spine. Reach through the right toes, spread them if you can. Spin the right inner thigh up and lift the leg. Knit the low core in, exhale down. Your breath might not match up entirely with mine, that's fine. Just make sure you're breathing. Again, other side, right hand, left leg. Push the ground. And lower. Back and forth. Lower. One more time like that. Before we add on, spin the inner thighs up. I'm constantly reminding myself of that. Spent years not doing it. This time, right hand comes forward, left leg goes back. Meet me there. Then round your back, tuck your knee towards your elbow, tuck your chin, hover the foot above the floor if you can, suck it up. Inhale long, exhale fold, back to the ground. Switch, inhale, exhale, knee to nose, knee to elbow, suck the right foot off the ground, inhale long, spread the toes, and back down. One more of those. Switching sides. Curl the toes under and move the hips backwards towards the heels. Stretch your toes. Back off if that's too much. It is a very intense stretch. And for some reason, when you move a millimeter more in this position with the feet, it feels like you moved inches more. It's such a difference. Come forward. Uncurl the toes. Kick the left leg out to the side of your mat. You might have to take some time to scoot some things out of the way. Wiggle the leg really long out to the side, but keep your right hip stacked over the knee. Flatten that left foot if you can. Walk yourself forward with the hands. Walk them forward and then walk back. Your hips and your hands go forward and back together. Option to curl the back toes. Get some extra padding for the knee if you need it. Move slower or faster. It's all up to you. Walk the hands under the shoulders, legs still out to the side. Now tilt to your cow position. Tailbone up, head lifted. And then round, tuck. Keep going. Three times. Pause back in neutral, engage your core, press the ground away with the hands, and turn from the hip socket. The left toes turn up. Bend the knee if you need to. Hands can come to fingertips if you need more height, or you can grab your blocks or books or whatever you have. Spread through the left toes. Set that back down. Pivot the foot flat. Then take the leg back. Other side, right leg out. We will go flowing in a moment, so enjoy these slower motions. Walk forward. Walk back. Option to curl left toes. Walk forward. Inhale. Exhale back. Notice which areas of the inner thighs feel tighter. Is it when you walk forward, or is it when you walk back? Or both, if you're me. Right foot is flat. Release tension from the jaw. Walk the hands under the shoulders. Fingers spread wide, suction cup the hands. Inhale, cow pose, tailbone lifts, head lifts, shoulders broaden. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, squeeze your pelvic floor as you move. Exhale. After your third round, come back to neutral spine. Rotate the right leg so the kneecap and the toes face up. Find the stretch you're looking for. Might need to bend the knee again. Keep all of that in mind. Knee bends are always possible, always welcomed. If anybody tells you otherwise, they're just a bad yoga teacher. Rotate, foot back flat, and step the leg back. First downward dog. Hover the knees up right above the floor. So come back down if you already came too high. Then scoot the tailbone back. It reaches up first, and then begin to straighten the legs. Push the ground away strongly. Reach the heels towards the ground. Wipe the sweat off of your hands if your hands are sliding, and find a non-sweaty spot on your mat. Bend the left knee, sit the weight into the right heel. Right heel reaches towards the ground. It doesn't have to make it there. Stretch the right outer hip up, up, up. Get some IT band and outer hamstring. Switch sides, left heel towards the ground, bend the right knee. And then pull the outer left hip up as if somebody's grabbing your front hip crease and pulling it back. Essentially making the leg longer on the outside, the outer seam. Suction cup fingers reroute through the hands. Both heels reach towards the ground. Walk the hands back towards your feet till you're in a forward fold, and bend the knees. You can grab the legs as soon as you want. And bend the knees as much as you want. Walk the hands back forward. All the way towards plank if you can manage that. Keep the hips higher than you would think. Look forward, broaden the collarbones. Squeeze in the lower core, the space right between the pointy parts of the hip bones, between the ASIS. Take it back. Downward dog. Walk the hands back. Bend the knees. Maybe. Inhale. Walk it forward. Exhale as you get to the elongated position. Look forward. Press the ground away. Squeeze the legs straight and strong. Downward dog, hips lift. Walk it back. Bend the knees. Sit back towards a 90-degree position. Get your belly really close to your thighs. And you might even feel a stretch in the low back. Or around the armpits or the shoulder blades. Keep breathing in a non-stressed manner. Tuck the chin, push through the heels, roll up. Grab the legs for support. Walk up like your body's a ladder. All the way up to stand. Center yourself on your mat for now. Reach both arms up, dig the heels down into the ground. So as much as you're reaching up, you're also reaching down. Refocus on the feelings in your body instead of the things happening around you. Grab the left wrist, reach up and over. Lay your head on your arm. Come up. Switch, grab the right wrist and forearm. I like the palm facing outwards. Keep length in both sides as you side bend to the left. Inhale up. Grab the left wrist, we're getting ready to flow faster. Close off the shoulders towards the ground. And then open back up. Heart open. Close off the left armpit. Open back up. Are you still breathing? Switch sides. Close off right armpit. Keep the feet planted. Come back up. Close off right armpit. Palm towards ground. Come back up. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of sweaty with all this light on me. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold, forward fold, bend the knees, grab your blocks, grab the legs. Honestly, I don't really like grabbing the floor, so don't feel ashamed if you want to grab somewhere else. Shake the head out, no. And yes. Small smile on your face, ready to move the stagnant energy. Bend the knees a lot, get the hands to the ground. Option to hop or step back, downward dog. Launch forward, plank or kneeling plank. Look forward as you lower. Step the hands up towards the top of your mat about an inch and then pull your chest to meet it. Getting longer through the spine, roll the shoulders back, tuck the elbows in, press the tops of the feet on the ground, tuck the hips into the ground. No cobra pose, just a very tiny lift and an engagement of the legs. And relax. Roll the heads of the shoulders back. They're lifted pretty far off the ground. Elbows suck towards your sides. Hips snuggle into the ground, pubic bone into the ground, tops of the feet into the ground, kneecaps lift if they can. Hold it here. Basically a plank on the ground. Relax. If the hands are forward like mine are, bring them back right below the chest, pretty much. Roll the shoulders back, tuck the elbows in. Tuck the pubic bone down to the ground. Curl the toes this time, lift the knees. Squeeze the legs. So if this is already a big struggle for those knees and legs to get straight, you're gonna go up into kneeling plank. If not, come with me to full plank. On an exhale, we lift as one unit. 1, 2, exhale, and back, downward dog. Pedal the feet. Right leg up and back. Sweep it through between the hands and pop up to the fingertips, or I'm a big fan of the blocks, but I'll just show fingertips today. Hips come up high. Pull the right hip crease back and then lower towards the ground. Strong left leg, kneecap squeezing in, leg straight, instead of laying into the left hip, letting it go lower. Instead, reach your energy forward, head stretching one way, heel of the left foot stretching the opposite. Round back off of the lunge to a cat back. Inhale forward, attempting to get a cow back. Exhale, round and straighten the front leg. You might be able to straighten it all the way. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Bend the knee enough that you can plant the hands. Step and switch or hop and switch. Snuggle it up where you want the foot to be. Left foot forward, right leg back. Left hip crease moves back, head reaches forward, straighten strong legs. And we're ready. Round the back as you back off. Inhale, lean forward. Right leg is very energized. Exhale, back off. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. If this is just too much and you don't have blocks for the last 2 rounds, you can keep hands off the ground. Of course, that places more of your body weight for the muscles to hold. Plant the hands, this time step or hop back to down dog. Step the feet wide apart. Downward dog, notice how this feels. Walk the hands back. They don't have to come all the way to the feet. Just get your weight of your hips over your feet. Sink back through 90 degrees or spin the toes out a little bit and go to Malasana, whatever your Malasana looks like. I like to stay up higher and push the right thigh because this hip tends to get compressed for me. So try pushing the forearm down on the thigh and push that knee out, and then push like you're gonna thrust the whole thigh out to the right in the direction the knee is facing. This gives the joint more space. Switch, do that on the other side. I know you're probably burning a little bit. Turn the feet forward as you lift the hips. Wiggle the feet, hip distance. Squat down, modified chair pose, reach the arms up. No big bend in the lower back, just a normal one. Hands back down towards the floor, belly touches thighs. Walk forward, downward dog, pedal the feet. Let go of the excess heat with a fierce exhale. Come forward, plank. I know you're yearning for a vinyasa. Come through a little back bend. Mine will be very small today. Push up, take it back, downward dog. Right leg up, take it through. Pop up to the fingertips, crescent lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, spin the back foot flat. Turn so the feet are parallel. Forward fold here. Spin the inner thighs down And then up, spread the tailbones. Sorry, the sits bones. Be weird if you had two tailbones. Lunge over to the right. Turn the toes up on the opposite foot. If your heel can stay down, great. Switch. Just as far as you can go. No attachment to the way that it looks. Only attachment is to the way that it feels. Couple of times side to side. Now get ready to turn and face the back of your mat. Turn. Pull the left hip crease back and reach up, crescent. Last breath. Hands come to heart. Exhale, fold. Hands down to the ground. Take it back. Hold plank or go through your vinyasa. I'm going to opt to hold plank. For 3, 2, 1. Take it back. Right leg up and back. Open up the hips. Bend the right knee like a peeing dog. Wag your tail around your right knee. Kick the leg back behind. Keep the belly squeezing. And untwist. Right foot forward. Wiggle it to the edge of the mat and set the left knee down. Walk up. Uncurl the back toes if that's more comfortable. Walk up. Till the hips are stacked above the left thigh. Tuck the tailbone, lift the belly. Maintain the lumbar curve though. Reach the arms up. Right hand to the hip block or floor. Push that right hip down. Reach the left arm over, big hip flexor stretch. Honestly, I should be doing this every day, and probably a lot of you should too if you are a person who sits a lot. Come up. Inhale, reach the arm back up. Exhale, reach over, same thing. Stay for 3, 2, and 1. Come back up to the middle. Keep this alignment in mind with the pelvis as you walk everything forward. Onto blocks under the hands or fingertips or the floor. Right hand comes inside the right knee. Wiggle the foot wider if necessary. Stay here or lift the back leg like we did before. Look forward. Or in either version, walk forward, come to forearms, come all the way down. Ask your body what it really needs to be healthier today. Instead of pushing yourself towards the brink, towards the edge of injury, what does your body really need? Everyone lift to the back knee if you weren't there already. Come back up to the hands and swivel around, feet parallel. Walk that left foot back. Forward fold. If this isn't enough for you, shift your weight more forward towards the balls of the feet. Shorten up the stance. Wiggle, toe, heel, legs in. Reach the right hand over to the outside of the left leg, and then lean the torso to the right. If you can do more, you bend your right knee. Notice your mentality towards this position. Are you approaching it like you would a strengthening movement with a lot of aggression, with a lot of force? Or are you intentional instead? Focused, aware. Switch legs. Left hand to the outside of the right leg. Stay there or bend the left knee. Either way, weight is still in both feet. Release. Walk around towards the front of your mat. Again, take it back, downward dog or vinyasa. Come back to downward dog, out of the vinyasa. If you took it, take the left leg back and up, open it up, peeing dog, kick the leg back. And then sweep on an exhale, left knee forward, left foot plants. Pull the left hip crease back. Wiggle the foot out to the edge of the mat. Drop the right knee down. Uncurl the toes. Walk it up. Grab the thigh. Stack your pelvis over the right knee. If you tuck enough and you lean forward just a little bit, you'll feel it. And then you'll really feel it here. Reach the right arm up. Exhale, over. Inhale, up. Exhale, hand back down. Inhale, reach it up. Lengthen the side body. Exhale, over. Inhale, come up. Squeeze the low belly. Hands plant down, left hand on the inside for lizard pose. Resist the urge to lay down into the right hip. Stay here on the knee or lift the whole back leg. Arms can come forward or come down onto the forearms. All the same options as before. You are strong. You've got this. Instead of aggression, we have intensity, intense focus, intense awareness of the sensations happening, willingness to sit with the awareness, to sit with the sensation, and to stay. Reminder to look forward. Last couple moments. 3, 2, 1. Spin it around, feet parallel. Step the feet so they're on the same line. Exhale, fold. Option to walk the hands through if you need more. Lunge into the left knee, turn the left toes out, spin the right the right toes up. Walk it over. You could be lifted up off the ground quite a bit and get the same thing. Switch. Keep it going. Walk it up to the top of the mat to face the top. Step it up. Walk the feet hip distance apart. Sit back. Hamstrings should be feeling better. Reach the arms up. A version of chair pose. Squeeze the belly as much as you're pushing with the glutes. Squeeze the low belly. Tuck it in. Knit it in. Knit in the front ribs. Come up all the way to stand. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Optional back bend this way, or fingertips face up, heels of the hands down. Thrust the hips forward and down. So push forward and down. Give your low back some traction as you lift up equally through the sternum. May not even look like a back bend, but it should feel a little bit like a belly stretch. Exhale. Soft bend in the knees. Ready for some balance and some functional mobility. Switch your weight over to your left leg. You're in a ready position. Bring the right knee to touch the right calf. Notice and feel if your left knee is toppling in. Pull it back out. You can grab the hip crease with your thumb and pull it back if you need it. I'll probably need that on the other side for sure. Squat down lower, weight in the heel of the left foot. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, and then lower all the way to the ground. If you couldn't do that, just get to the ground any way you can. Tuck your right heel into your side, cross the left foot over, wrap the right arm around, and turn. Look over your left shoulder. Sacrum is level. Untwist. Option to switch to a hook. Hook the left elbow around and turn. Exhale. Back off on the inhale. Exhale. Cinch the belly in to create more space for your twist. Try that 1 or 2 more breaths. Notice how you're feeling. On twist, rock forward and uncross the legs. Step or hop, forward fold. Halfway lift, get long, exhale, fold. Inhale, reach it up. Step back if you need more space like I do and squat down in a ready position. Quarter squat. Like chair pose, shift the weight to your right. Before you lift off, make sure the right leg feels strong. Look at it. The knee shouldn't be going in. The arch of the foot shouldn't really be collapsing. If any of that is happening, you might just grab a wall or a piece of furniture for help. Left knee touches behind to the right calf. If you need additional help, pull the right hip crease back. Slowly sink the knee down the length of the calf. This is a really hard side for me. Come to a seat any way that you can. And then scoot the heels towards the sides of your hips. Your right leg is crossed over on top. Exhale. Wrap the arm around. Give yourself a hug and twist. Low back, pelvis, sacrum, everything is steady there. As we twist through the upper back and the neck. On your next exhale, release. Inhale, option to hook, or you can stay with the same one. Hook it around and twist. I know you want to go further. I know that you want it to look like you can twist, twist, twist as far as anybody, but is it worth it? Is it worth the risk for injury? Is it worth creating too much flexibility in our bodies that we become unstable? So turn those hips forward and be glad about that choice. Inhale, back off. Exhale, twist. Squeeze the belly in. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Come back to the middle, unhook the arms, rock it back, and then come forward, back to chaturanga. Try that again if you want. Roll the shoulders back, push up, child's pose. Take a moment. Come up, hands and knees. You can turn to face the side of your mat if that gives you more room in your home. Kick your left leg out to the side, and the other hip and knee are stacked. Come up, flatten the left foot, reach the right arm up, and come over. Gate pose, big side stretch. On an inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, slowly lower, lift your right leg. If the weight of the right leg is too much, then bend the knee. Option to reach back and grab the outside of the foot. Kick the foot into the hand. Shoulder opener on the anterior shoulder. Quad stretch. You must squeeze the belly and the pelvic floor. Release. Kick the leg back out. Left arm stretches up to the ceiling. Reach, reach, reach. Push the ground away with the right arm. Stay here or side plank. Step the feet to stagger or to stack on top of each other. Heels separated. In any other version from there, push the ground away strongly. Don't get lazy with that right shoulder. Step the left foot back behind you up onto the ball of the foot. Turn the hips towards the ceiling, the front of the hips. Reach the left arm back over your ear. And then lower down to the mat. All right, switch sides. Right leg out. You're up tall. Lengthen through the spine. You're doing great. Inhale, reach the left arm up and over. Side stretch. Stay in the same plane. So if you're against a wall, your left shoulder would be touching the wall instead of coming forward. Use the momentum of the arm to come back up. Slow your roll down to the other side. Kick the leg up. You may have to turn the left foot in. Right leg up. Option to bend the knee. Option to reach back and grab. You should be able to kick the heel in enough that you can just touch the leg without cranking into the back. Push the foot into the hand into the foot, pull the foot back, roll the left shoulder back, keep the collarbones broad, hold for 3, 2, 1, lower it down. Right arm up to the sky, foot flat. Stay here or roll the left shoulder back, squeeze into the fingertips, soft, soft, soft bend in the elbow, and kick back. Side plank. Separate the heels if the feet are stacked. Next up is wild thing, right foot back behind you. Turn the ASIS, the pointing parts of the hips, up to the sky. Arch the spine, reach an arm up and over the ear. And then slowly lower to the ground. Good job. Take a seat. Scoot the sits bones back. Keep the heels where they are. Reach arms up, get length. Exhale, jaws from the hip crease come forward. As far as you can go, then arms come forward. And then, if it feels good, you may round. Bend the knees. If this is too much, the hamstrings will loosen up over time if you stay committed to a mobility practice. Rest and restore from that last position. Walk it back up. Hands back behind you. Turn the fingers to face backwards. Puff up the chest. Enjoy. Cross the legs. One little thing for the arms. Cross, bring arms parallel and cross the left arm on top. You could be pretty open like this, like an X, or bring the forearms closer or wrap the hands around. Small wiggles of the elbows are fine. Make room for your breath and for your chest. Notice how your seat feels. If it feels different than usual, it feels a lot more open to me. I'm normally not this comfortable sitting cross-legged on the ground. Switch. Have fun as you uncross and then cross the right arm on top. Honor the differences between sides. And unhook. Scoot towards the bottom of the mat. Roll on down. Knees bent, feet flat, arms by the sides. Notice how you feel here. You might feel kind of exhausted. Just a few more postures. Keep the knees hip distance. Come up Lift the hips into bridge. Grab the edges of your mat and walk the hands down towards the feet. Just to roll the shoulders under and push the back of the head strongly into the mat. The chin lifts off the sternum. Squeeze the inner thighs as if you're squeezing a yoga block between them. Roll down. Bring both knees towards the chest, rock side to side. Glue the inner seam of the legs together, open up the arms. I like cactus arms because we haven't done much pec stretching. And twist to the right. Keep the left knee stacked exactly on top of the right. And this keeps the twist out of your low back. Lean the left shoulder back for a pec stretch. Inhale through the middle. Glue the legs together. Go to the left. Right knee stacks on top of left. Look at it. And the right elbow reaches for the ground. It may not make it, but hopefully the right hand can come down. You can always use a pillow or something under that arm. Unclench the toes. Inhale to the middle. Just like this, knees to chest or happy baby, separate the legs. Reach and grab shins, outer edges of feet or big toes with peace fingers. Rock side to side. Drive a hand down, drive the knee down, drive a hand down, drive the knee down. Steering with your hands on your feet. Back to double knees to chest, lower down. Wiggle the feet hip distance apart, lightly lift the hips. Option to stay here for your Shavasana, knees drop together if they want, or butterfly, supine butterfly, bottoms of the feet together, knees open, or regular resting pose. Give the arms and the armpits some space. Let your body breathe. You went through a lot of effort. Some pretty strenuous motions. Probably endured some frustration and some self-judgments for moments of the practice. Ensure that you've released all of that now. Soften up the face. Imagine receiving a massage, fingers in circles at the temples. Everywhere these fingers touch releases. More mindful of those spaces. Now the fingers run between the eyebrows to the space of the third eye, making arches up and over the eyebrows, out to the temples. Hands slide down to the back of the neck, gently cradling the weight of the head for you. Pulling the neck longer, gently. Feel your neck get longer. Wiggle so the neck gets longer. Tuck the chin slightly. Chin lower than the forehead. Release behind the ears. Anchor down through hands, feet, and head. Grounded and rooted. Able to get up and go anywhere, but choosing to stay here to integrate and absorb your practice. This is what yoga is all about. It's what the poses lead to. It's the mindset. The poses are really just supposed to prepare you to meditate, to make you comfortable, to challenge your mind while you challenge your body, so that when you sit in meditation, you know your mind is strong. You know your will and your soul are strong, and you're more connected. Whereas normally the sounds off of your mat might disturb you, you're now at a space where you can passively listen and choose what to absorb and what not to. And to choose how it's absorbed, how it is viewed, how it is judged. There is more than enough time. Congratulate yourself on one aspect of this practice, whatever comes to mind first. Could be the achievement of a pose, the way you wanted to achieve it, but on a deeper level, it could be that you kept with it, that you breathed through it, that you chose to take a rest, and you listened to your body. That you trusted yourself again. And now we introduce some motion to test the waters and see if we can move within this meditation. Wiggle the fingers without reacting with anything other than the fingers. Wiggle the toes. Swallow. Bring one hand over the heart and one hand over the belly. Absorb and keep some of this practice for yourself. Bend the knees. Roll off to a side of your choosing. Press up all the way to a seat. Any sort of seat is fine. Back to one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Internally bow to you. And also bow to the aspect of you that is similar and connected with everyone else. Bow to this humanity. Bow to each individual soul, our common hopes and dreams. I hope you stay with this sense of connection. Whenever you feel yourself losing it, come back to the mat and do the work. Namaste. Thank you all so much. I hope you enjoyed that practice. I think I was a little more sweaty than probably a lot of you. Anyway, if you have any questions about any of the poses, something felt weird, you're not quite sure how to modify it for your body, leave a comment and describe your question and the pose, and I will try my best to give you the best feedback virtually that I can. If you like this class, make sure to give it a like so that I know to make more classes like this one. And also be sure to subscribe to my channel. There should be my picture over here in the corner, and you can click that to subscribe, hit the notifications bell. All that helps me out so much in providing these free yoga videos for you, and it keeps me a little motivated as well. So thank you for doing that. I appreciate it.